All right. Good evening, everyone. I want to believe we are doing fine. It's my pleasure to come your way again this evening. My name remains Femi Olasukomi, and I'm glad to welcome you to Living for Impact with Femi Olasukomi. It's going to be a great time tonight, and I want you to please, as we continue this journey tonight, I want you to please share this with your friends, share it to different groups, as many people that you believe should be blessed with this program tonight. So let's take a few minutes to share the video, share it to your personal, private group, public group, share it with your friends. It's time for us to raise our impact game. Is Living for Impact with Femi Olasukomi. Please, let's share. Take a few moments to share the video. Feel free to share it. I want to do the same now.
Share the video. Share it to your personal, private.
So I'm doing the same thing now. I'm doing the same. Let's take a few moments to share it. Just try and share with 10 people, share with 10 groups. Let's take a few moments. Thank you for those that are sharing it already. Share to your page, to different WhatsApp groups, to different Facebook group. And it's going to be, let's share. Share to different Telegram channels. Share it. Yeah. Share it for people to join us and be blessed tonight. Let's take one more minute. We have just one more minute to yeah, thank you for those that are sharing. Thank you for those that are sharing. Thank you for those that are sharing. All right. Thank you for those that are sharing. Okay. All right. So, we continue from here. All right. Yeah. And try as much as possible to drop your comment. Thank you for those that are watching. Pastor Isaac Jemisheye. This is Jemisheye. Thank you for those that are watching. All right, drop your comment and I will try as much as possible to pick out those that should, or those that I can pick out. All right. So once again, good evening, everyone. I am Femi Olasukomi, and tonight we are going to enjoy ourselves. We want to talk today on leadership. I actually plan to bring a guest today. We are trusting God that he's going to join us in the studio very soon. This is something you must not miss. I just pray he's able to make it. He's hooked up in Lagos traffic now. So, but before the end of the program, if he can still join us. So let's see how it goes. But if otherwise, we are going to find a way to still bring him here one of these days, because it's actually somebody you need to listen to. It's somebody who has actually impacted my life, you know. So you need to actually listen to him. By fire, by force, we'll drag him here. Last week too, I was supposed to, Pastor Rotimi is supposed to join us last week, but due to some network and connection issue, he could not join us. But I'm glad that that has been resolved. He's going to be here live next week. He's going to be live here with us next week. So you are going to enjoy him. This month is loaded already. This month is loaded, and there is no episode that you should miss, especially this month. There's no episode you should miss. So let me once again welcome you to the month of September. That's official welcome. All right. Today we want to discuss leadership matters, and I would like to actually take questions on leadership tonight. I'd like to take questions on leadership tonight. You know, let me drop this. I think during the week, I was meditating, and I come to this conclusion that if our problem is especially the problem of our nation and our continent, Africa, is leadership problem. Now, what then is the solution? Identifying a problem is good, but the fact that you have identified a problem does not mean that the solution has come or the solution will come. The question now is, if we have leadership problem in this, what are you doing about it? What am I doing about it? That's the question. Now, the fact that there's a problem means we need to do something about it. If there's a problem, you identify the problem, and you are not doing anything about it, the problem will be there. It will get worse. And that's why it's getting worse today. And I come up with this thought in the course of the week, that as many of us who have identified this problem, as many of us who have been able to know, as many to know the way out, who have gotten the concept of leadership right, as many of us who have been to several trainings on leadership, as many of us who take our leadership development serious, as many of us who have improved, who have seen ourselves improved over the years in our leadership capacity and our leadership roles. So what are we doing? That's the question. What are we doing? Now, saying is not the same as doing. Saying is not the same as doing. Thank you, Pastor La. Pastor La says to every problem, there is a solution. Yes, to every problem, there is a solution. So what solution? So this problem, we have a leadership problem, fine. But what solution are we bringing? What are we doing about it? What solution are you providing? See, this journey, this matter must become, we need to be deliberate and intentional about this leadership problem. We need to be deliberate and intentional about it. You see, our parents have done their own. Our big brothers have complained, and we have also been complaining too. But this is not going to be better if we don't start to do something, if we don't get intentional. And so what did I say? What did I come up? What did I discover in the course of the week? I came to this conclusion that if each one of us who have gotten this concept of leadership right, if we can deliberately look for 10 people each and help them of leadership, impact them, and change their orientation and help them get leadership concept right, and help them live, make them live according to the right leadership concepts. And then commission them to also do the same. To also look for another 10 people. Each one of them also look for 10 people to help them get the concept of leadership right. We will not get there today, we will not get there tomorrow, but very soon we will get there. We have said enough. It's time for us to start doing. I want to thank God for some people who have taken this task, serious task of leadership development. Now, I was with a mentee last week. It was actually with me, and in the course of our discussion, he was saying something like, hey, I want to go into this. There is actually what we had a prayer discussion on what he wanted to do, and I have given my counsel and the likes. So this time around when we met, he had think about it on that particular course, on that particular subject, on that particular project. He hasn't done anything. And so when we met, he was telling me he's not into so. He's into another thing. And I asked him why. And he said, you know, in that field, there are already big names. And before if people have issues in that direction, or they want to know, or they want to learn, or they want to, they have a project, that people will not bring it to him now. They will take it to the established names. And I told him, that's where you are missing it. There are some people that will not get it right. There are some people that will not have access to those people you think people will go to. There are certain people that have access to you. And if you leave them, they won't get that quality. Even though there are people that can do it better than you. You have a business, there are people that can do it better than you. You open a school, there are better schools, better equipped schools around you who have been there for long. So if you now say, if you have a vision to open a school, and you now say, because there's already an established school, There's already a big school around and what have you. Because of that, you will not open your own. You don't know what you are saying. You know, everybody have their crowd, their crowd. Everybody has their own crowd. You have your own crowd too. Let me tell you something. Now, that school that they have opened, that is doing well and what have you, is it every puppy, every child in that town that attends that school? The answer is no. So, what do you do? The fact that some people are into a thing and they are already established there does not mean you should not pitch your own tent. You should. So, as we talk about the issue of leadership, of course, we know that there are already established names. Of course, today, when you talk about leadership experts, leadership trainer, number one person you talk about is, as far as I'm concerned, is John Maxwell. And like I normally say, if you have passion for leadership development and you have not read John Maxwell's book, you probably don't have, you know. So what are we saying? What am I talking about today? We are talking about leadership matters. And I am saying is a simple message. Every one of us have to be intentional about leadership capacity development. You keep developing yourself and you also deliberately look out for people that you help them to get the concept of leadership right and put them on that track. I think if we can do this in a short while, if we take this serious in a short while, our community, our nation, our world will be better for it. As far as I'm concerned, everybody is a leader. It only depends on where you are leading, the level, and the level at which you are leading. You know, there's vertical leadership, there's horizontal level. There's leading behind, there's leading across, and there's leading forward. So, whether we like it or not, every one of us we are all leading at one time or the other, in one area, in one aspect or the other. As long as there's somebody who depends on you for his or her action or reaction, you are leading. You understand? And so we must get the concept of leadership right. Unfortunately, there are so many good things to learn about in our culture. But unfortunately, some things have actually been passed down to us, which we actually need to filter. In case talking about leadership, what leadership is. Leadership is not acquiring authority. That's not leadership. In fact, leadership is giving out power. You have the power, but you give it out to people. Leadership is empowering people. Empowering them to think for themselves and by themselves. Talking about empowerment, I am not talking about just giving them people money. And that's not empowerment. The greatest empowerment is spiritual and mental empowerment. In fact, the greatest empowerment is mental empowerment, then followed by spiritual empowerment. Thank you, Ms. James. You said, I am listening. You know, leadership development, we need to, as a matter of fact, have a roadmap. What contribution are you going to make? See, this nation will remain the way it is if we don't get intentional on this matter we're talking about. Leadership capacity development is key, is important. You've got to look for people to help. You've got to look for people to build up. In the time past, I've actually given out money to people. I've actually given out things to people. And I've actually reached out to also empower people. But I have discovered why our nation is the way it is now is that only a few people actually have interest in this leadership development. Get what I am saying? Almost everybody is interested in leadership position. Almost everybody is interested in taking a leadership position. People fight over position. People can do a lot of things to get into a position. But that position, do you have what it takes to run that position? This is the reason why people fail. This is the reason why we are not progressing. You know, people of God, we need to join hands. We need to deliberately look out for people and deliberately disciple them in the leadership way. You know why business fail? Lots of business fail. A lot of ministries fail. Family fail. Different kind of failures that we see up everywhere. Trace it. The major problem is leadership problem. It's leadership problem. So it's a problem on ground that every one of us must join and must come and find solution to it. People love to be pampered. Yes, people love to be pampered. People will misunderstand you, they will misquote you. You understand? So we need to know that. But then, we cannot fold our hands. We cannot continue to pretend that all is well. The truth is, all is not well. All is not well. I'm looking even forward to a situation whereby we have a TV reality show that will center on leadership capacity development, leadership building. We have